We understand reasonably well the processes, the biological processes by which that which we call human life is brought about. Fertilization, conception, development of the fetus, that kind of thing. It's been fairly well studied. What has not been studied, and I don't think it actually can be studied, is the point at which awareness begins. Not even necessarily self-awareness, but just awareness. Something is conscious that something is happening. Something is aware of some sort of existence. That's consciousness itself. At some point, I rather suspect it's inside the womb that this takes place. The incipient human being starts to be aware, starts to have the feeling that it exists. It may not have anything else to compare itself to. So it may be the only thing, as far as it's concerned, that exists. But it is aware of existence if it's conscious. Cogito ergo sum. What is that? What is that awareness? And what is its link to the development of the incipient human being? Is it an external thing? Does something act upon the incipient human that makes it conscious? In other words, does consciousness come from somewhere other than itself, other than its biological development? Or is it a simple function of the development of the biology of the organism? Well, I don't think that we can even identify consciousness in a living human being, or at least awareness in a living human being. We can monitor brain activity. We can see reactions. We can hold a mirror to someone's mouth to see if they're breathing. But we don't know if they're aware. We can build a perfect replica of a human being, perhaps, in the future with our technology, a robot. But we will never know, however perfect it is, however well we prepare it to interact with us, we will never know if it is actually self-aware. I don't even know if my wife is self-aware at the end of the day. I have to assume that she is. But I don't know what herness really is, what that means for her to be her. I know that I exist. And to me, that awareness itself, consciousness itself, is the soul. I really think that the atheists and the theists are pursuing a rather absurd series of self-contradictions when they negate each other over this issue of the soul. Because I don't honestly think either has thought the argument through. Biology and psychology and cutting-edge science of the most sophisticated kind can tell us an enormous number of things. I don't think it will ever be able to tell us what awareness is, let alone where awareness comes from prior to the development, prior to its emergence, rather, in an incipient human being. And neither can the theist tell us all the sacred literature of all the great religious traditions, at least the theistic ones, are silent on this. But science, biology, is equally silent. That's my idea of the soul. Awareness. Something is on the receiving end of all of existence's experiences. Something is going to be born into the world and be changed by it. What is that which is being changed? And what is that which is being prepared by its development in the womb to start experiencing things? To me, that's the soul. And I think, in my understanding, that dovetails nicely with the Hindu concept of Atman. I think that when you speak to people like this man, Mr. Dawkins, he spends far too much time dismissing the claims of another school of thought, Theism, who in turn spend far too much time dismissing his claims. Neither of them are speculating on what is actually happening anymore. Thank you.